Okay, you can copy this. And meantime, I will try to explain you what is muscles called intercostal muscles. Okay, if you don't have the book, you can write everything in a papers. Later, you can copy this to the book. Next week, we have a normal class. So I will get this book and you can have a class. Right. I hope you have copied. I'm going to show you now what is these muscles. The if you feel again the between rib, there's a space. So if you want, you can feel the between ribs. There's a space. So I told you 12 pair of ribs. One is coming from left side, others coming from right side. It make a cage like this. And from this cage, between ribs, there is a space. This space is filled with the muscles. These muscles are called intercostal muscles. So we will see in this play, what is this intercostal muscles? So we can learn a little bit more about the other structures. You can see alveoli, they are tiny balls-like things which completely filled inside of the lungs. So at the end of the trachea, bronchus, and bronchiole, there is a small balls-like things called alveoli. This is the lung, and you can also see the heart, location of the heart in our chest cavity. It is in between the right and left lung, more towards the left side of the lung. And this is the diaphragm. Diaphragm is a muscular wall. So it is a muscular wall. It separates thorax and the abdomen. Thorax is the chest cavity and the abdomen is the digestive system. Now air can enter to the trachea, then goes to the bronchus, bronchiole, and from bronchiole, it is going to spread all over the lungs. Here again, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, thorax, trachea, bronchi, bronchiole, and alveoli, the main part of the lungs. The nasal cavity, important to take the air in, and then they are passing to the pharynx. The pharynx is a common passage to the nose and mouth. Then from pharynx, the air is enter into the trachea. So we learned previously epiglottis. It prevents entry of food into the trachea. During eating, they close this epiglottis, and food is not going to the trachea. Then goes to the larynx. Larynx is the voice box, because we can speak and we can make a voice. The air is come, it vibrate in the larynx and make a sound. Then it goes to the trachea, bronchus, and finally it going to the bronchiole. Yeah, I think rest of the thing we can consider. Okay, I think better, yes. Right, we going to write here now. Intercostal muscles are the muscles which can be found in between ribs. So intercostal muscles are the muscles which can be found in between ribs. So if I draw a rib like this, one rib, and this is second rib. So we can find the muscles in between these two ribs. For example, the yellow color one is the muscles. They are called intercostal muscles. If they locate outside, it is called external. If they locate inside, it is called internal. So then there are two types, external intercostal and internal intercostal. External intercostal and internal intercostal. I hope you copy this sentence. Intercostal muscles are the muscles which can be found in between ribs. If they located outside, it is called external. If they locate inside, it is called internal. So I will show you in the picture how they looks like. Okay, now you see here intercostal muscles. These are the ribs. In between ribs, you can see the red color one. These are intercostal muscle. If they locate outside, they are called external. And if they locate inside, they are called internal intercostal. Let's see if we can see more information. So this is the rib cage, and this rib cage we can find all these two sides are covered with the space, covered with the muscles. So breathing out. Now we start breathing out. What is exactly happening? Right now you can practice this. If you take a deep breathe out, so try to remove your air from your nose in a little bit deeper. And can you tell me the movement of the chest wall when you try to remove air from the lungs? What is the movement of chest wall? Chest wall is, I'm drawing the whole chest now here. This is the chest. Okay, breathing out. What is the direction of the chest wall? So, is it going downward? And is it going inward? Yes. Now you can try. If you breathe out, chest wall is going downward and inward. Right? Downward and inward. So let's write now one by one. Chest move downward and inward. Chest move downward and inward. Second one I take from this diaphragm relax. So DR stand for diaphragm relax. Diaphragm relax. Now we're going to see the muscles. External intercostal relax. Then internal intercostal contract. Because usually muscles work in opposite way. If one relax, the other one is contract. So even our hand bicep muscle contract, the muscles which is behind the arm relax. So muscle on the top contract, muscle on the down relax. So usually muscles work like this: one muscle relax, other muscle contract. Okay, breathing out. What will happen to the total volume of the chest cavity? Is it increasing or decreasing? Volume of chest.
Decrease.
Decrease, correct. So if volume decrease, what happened to the pressure? Pressure increase or decrease?
Increase.
Volume
Increase.
decrease, pressure increase, right? When the volume decrease, pressure increase. Now pressure inside the lung is higher, pressure outside is lower. Then air can move from high pressure to low pressure like this way. Air move from high to low pressure. Okay, these are the steps. So I still use this word, breathing out, external intercostal relax, diaphragm relax. Chest move downward and inward, diaphragm relax, external intercostal relax, internal intercostal contract, volume of chest cavity decrease, pressure increase, air move from high to low pressure. Right, this is a very important because in exam you are asked to write whole mechanism. They are you in exam you are asked to write the mechanism of breathe out. So it is important to remember this one, the whole step, because many times this question has been asked. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So copy this down in this order, 1 to 7.
So after adding this, what should we do?
Did you finish?
Yes, sir.
Let me know if you have completed copying this one. Then we can go to breathe in. Okay, so now we can go to breathe in. So breathe in. So you can check again what happened to your chest cavity when you breathe in. So try to take a deep breath, and see what's going to happen to the chest. Okay?
Goes forward and
Chest moves upwards.
Upward and outward, yes. So I can show the arrows that upward and outward. So it's moving this direction and this direction. Chest move upward and outward. Now, in this case, opposite is happening of Dr. Bohr. So here, the opposite is happening. So diaphragm contract. So diaphragm contract. So here we wrote external intercostal relax. Then we have to write external intercostal contract. Then opposite is happening for internal intercostal. Internal intercostal relax. If this contract, this should be relaxed. Then volume increase. If volume increase, pressure decrease. Then we can again show the pressure changes. Pressure is low here, outside pressure is high. Then the air can move from high pressure to low pressure. So these are the again 7 steps of breathe in. So it is helpful, Dr. Bore, opposite of Dr. Bore is useful to write the steps of breathe in. So also, can you copy this down? And also this is important for the exam because they are asking frequently this, you have to write to get a 4-5 marks. Okay, let me again explain you what we did so far. So first we learned the structure of the gas exchange system. That's the main part is the lungs, and this one is the head region of our body, nose, pharynx, mouth, and epiglottis, and the trachea, starting of the trachea and the larynx. So we learn the importance of these parts, and then we learn the main branching is trachea, bronchus, bronchiole, alveoli. So one is trachea, two is bronchus, three is bronchiole, four is alveoli. Then gas, oxygen moving to the alveoli. Then we also learn the diaphragm as the wall between thoracic and abdomen cavity, thorax and abdomen. And then we learn the protective mechanism of the exchange system. This is cilia of the cells and a mucus fluid. Mucus trap pathogens, cilia remove them away. So by this way, we keep them healthy. We can keep the respiratory system keep us healthy, and pathogen cannot come. Then we learn most important 2 points: breathe in and breathe out, the mechanism. So we learned this Dr. Bore, and we also learned the intercostal muscles and how they work, the 7 steps, and then 7 step for breathe in.
Sir,
Yes, any questions?
sir, can you little bit keep this slide?
Okay, so you haven't copied, right?
Okay, sir.
Right now, next week, what we're going to learn, how gas, oxygen moving to the blood, and how carbon dioxide moving out of the body. So carbon dioxide should go out, oxygen should come into the body. After that, we have another lesson about the smoking, the bad effect of smoking, and there is 2 practicals. And we have some questions, exam questions to practice. At least we have 2 questions or several questions we have to practice for next week. I think some of the question you can complete and come. For example, from this picture, you can identify what is A, what is B. Name A and B, and then we will learn what is the composition of the gas. So these are the things we have to learn. So any other questions? Do you have any questions about the section we learned today?
Sir, no homework.
So homework, you can do this For example, I explained you how to draw a graph. So you can draw this graph and come, and I will check. This is a graph, not a bar chart to show the number of deaths from lung cancer and from other cancers. Okay, bar graph is like this. You have to show, you can do this as a homework, this graph. You have to make a bar graph like this. This is a one bar, and this is another bar, and it's another one. Like this, you have to show 3 bars to indicate 36, 92, and 790. So then one is really going up. So if you try to draw it at home, you should try to make a graph like this, and the other one is like this, and the other one is going like this. And then you have to label y and x axis, and you have to label what is this, what is this, what is this.
Sir, how to plot lung cancers and other cancers and all deaths?
Bar chart to show the number of deaths from lung cancer and from other cancers for each of the 4 groups. So then you have to show this one, lung cancer and other cancer. For 4 groups mean non-smokers, light smokers, medium smokers.
So, sir, we don't need to draw the all deaths.
So you have to draw like this. The graph should be like this at the end. Okay, 1 minute. Right, I will show you next week, right? So next, okay, leave it. Don't draw the graph. I will show you the graph, how to draw this graph. Maybe it's a bit difficult for you to do. Okay, then see you
sir.
next week.